Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome today. Today is a special day. My puppies actually slept through the night. I am fostering two Rottweiler mixes from the NWTS PCA, and it has been a wild ride for the last week, and I haven't really got too many videos because of it. And last night they actually slept for 5 hours. So I'm not as sleep deprived as I've been all week, so I finally thought, hey, let's get to some stuff that's been sitting on the edge of my table. So let's go and take a look at a couple of games, or at least one game today. And do you think you can mix drinks? Well, you're going to have to find out in On the Rocks. It's a game by Michael and Christina Petrie, and it's Pentree Games. This 1 to 4 player game is a very light game of collecting marbles, which are your ingredients, placing them on your board to mix your drinks that you select, and hopefully you don't spill them along the way. So let's go down to the table and take a look at On the Rocks. Hi everybody, this is Harry Jacobs back. We are ready to look at On the Rocks. I have a bit of the backstory for me, because I wanted to make this interesting, is that we can see our mage here, and we have our On the Rocks special summoning circle. And the mage has decided that he needs a favor and he needs to call up a demon. So he takes his magic staff, says the magic words, and within seconds, the demon appears. The demon says, "What do you want, O mage?" And the mage says, "Demon, you shall do what I tell you to do." And the demon says, "No. In fact, you have disturbed me. However, I will grant you a favor, but you must prove to me that you are the better mixologist in your alcoholic drinks." The mage looks behind him at his bar and says, "I will wager that my soul against your favor for whomever creates the better drinks." And the demon says, "We agree," and let the competition begin. The demon says, "I will grant you this favor, but you must compete and show me that you are the better man or wizard. And I see by the bar behind you that you have many drinks. I challenge you to a duel of On the Rocks. Whoever makes the best drinks will win, and I will take your soul if I win." And the wizard says, "You will do me a favor if I win." And the devil says, "You are on," and the competition begins. Hi, I'm down here now in the corner, your friendly floating head that's going to talk to you about On the Rocks, obviously. So, here is the box. It is standard, looks like a standard square box. It is from 1 to 4 players, 14 and up, 60 minutes. Here's your box. And it looks like it's a decent little game. I think it's a filler. I took a quick look at the YouTube videos today because I have known nothing about this game. This was a impulse buy, and usually I don't buy impulse games. I think what happened was it was just enough to take me over to the free shipping, and it looked interesting enough because I certainly like to drink. My wife certainly likes to drink. And I thought it was in good time for the holiday seasons, which is coming up. Of course, the Canadian Thanksgiving has passed, but the U.S. Thanksgiving is coming, and of course Christmas, when you're going to have guests over and you're going to enjoy drinks. So this might be a great game to pull out onto the table and play with your friends who may not be gamers, because it's really just about selecting marbles, filling out a board, and getting to it. So let's go open the box, take a look what's inside, and get at it. So let's go for it. Shrink wrap. Oh, and as always, you can see me struggle through the actual unshrinking of the shrink wrap. I guess you really can't unshrink shrink wrap. You can take it off perhaps, but I don't know. There was another On the Rocks. I did take a look at BGG this morning. And I don't know if this is a game from the past and it's been redone. 25th century. It was done in 2006, so this could be a 25th anniversary. So here's the rules on top, as you would always expect. And there looks like a interesting setup. And there it is, the different order areas, mixing areas, bar, so it describes what's going on over here. I have not read the rules yet, so I'm not really quite sure how it plays, but we will take a look at it in closer view in a few moments. So what's going to happen, as always, is that we're going to pull apart the box. I'm going to go off and organize it, punch things, whatever needs to be punched, and then we're going to come back, show you how it all fits in the box, hopefully, or not, and complain about it. These are your helpful tips, double-sided. How to play. There we go. You know, when you can boil down the rules to a sheet like that, and then there's helpful tips. We have our lemons and our On the Rocks board here. I don't know how many of them are, but it's falling apart even as we talk, which is fine. And these are our lemons. These are, each one of us gets 3, and every time you complete a round of orders, you will take a lemon, indicating the end of that round. Then everybody has a turn to finish off, and then you score. Looks like it's played out over 3 rounds. We have our boards. And these are nice quality boards. Double inlaid, nice and thick. You can see the holes. We have our different drinks. We have an old-fashioned, a hurricane, a martini, and highball. Spots for a lemon, spots for putting extra ingredients. And we have 4 of these, I believe. I don't know if there's anything under these. Oh, yes, we have a marble bag. We have bags. I have no idea. Oh. So in the marble bags, we have different colors of marbles. These are ingredients. You can see there's some gold ones. That's a special ingredient. And when you collect a number of these, you can actually take a wild card. We have some spillover, which is these black ones that you might just see here. Whites, purples. So these are your ingredients. These are your chips. So when you each round, the first person who finishes that round is going to get a bonus chip. These are the dice. My understanding is that when you play this game, you will roll the dice. You will then pick marbles out of this bag, and you will fill these cups. These are nice silicone cups, actually. This game wasn't expensive. I don't think it was more, just a little over $50 Canadian, maybe 57, I think, something along that lines. And of course, we have a couple of different kinds of cards. I know we have spill cards, which are right here at the very bottom, that are stuck in the very, very bottom. There, I had to pry it out. So these are your spill cards. When you spill a drink, remove 2 blue ingredients from a player's board, player board. So don't spill your drinks because bad things happen. Then we have looks like our types of drinks. So this one on top is a highball Bay Breeze. And it's going to be worth $6 at the end. Basically, as you finish these cards, you will collect them, and at the end, it's going to be, you're going to add up the $6, the value here, and then with your any tokens here, and hopefully you're going to win the game. And we have, what drink is this? Oh, we have a Rusty Nail. I do love Rusty Nails. But that is what's in this box. Now, I'm going to have to, obviously, sleeve these cards because I am paranoid about it. I think there may just be enough room to sleeve the cards. I'm not sure why I have 8 bags here. The marbles will go in here. There's really not a lot of lemon. There's just enough lemons that look like they can go in here, maybe. Or I'll just put a geek box in here, perhaps. Actually, the lemons I maybe put in here. I don't know how this is going to organize until I organize it. So, what are we going to do? We are going to organize it. So, that is it for this game. So, we're going to organize it. We're going to come back. We're going to set it up. And we're going to get going. So, see you in a moment. So, clearly, the mage has his work cut out for him against the demon for the right to have a favor or have his soul taken to hell. Oh well, but On the Rocks, the rules are quite simple and they're still on top. And you can see everything still fit in the box flat, which is very, very nice. Didn't like the way, didn't quite fit the sleeves, but it kind of does and doesn't. But you can see I've put the tokens here. So if we're playing with 2 players, which we will be today, we will play with the, I believe, the $3 token, or the $3 token perhaps. I will have to look in the rules. Bear with me, folks. Dun, 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 dun. We will play with the $3 token. And that is a bonus for those who finish the last round first. Again, of course, we have our handy reference cards. We have our bowls. We have our cards. We have our tip cards. Now, the tip cards come in 3 different types. We have keep cards. So these are the cards you're going to keep. Now, these basically mean that whatever you're going to do, you're going to do to yourself. So in this case, it says order change. You place or discard 1 recipe card in your order. We have pass cards. Weak drink. Remove any 3 ingredients from another bartender's order. So during the game, I can say, ooh, you're getting a little close. I'm going to play this card. We have shake it up, which is a keep. We can pass. We have weak drinks. Buy a drink. In other words, we'll give an ingredient. I'm going to take 3. You can have 1. Those are share cards. And there's quite a number of cards considering the size of the game. And we mixed them up a little bit earlier. We're going to put them out on the table. Again, the player boards are down here. We have the marbles in the bag. We have our lemon wedges. We have our lemon wedges. We have our iced dice. I can see that, though. I think the clearer would have been cool. But yeah, the iced dice. We have our spill cards. So if you spill, which is grabbing a black marble, you will take one of these, remove 2 ingredients. So if you spill something, bad things are going to happen to you, and of course the different various drinks. And we'll look at them and our lemon wedges. So that's what's in the box. We are going to set this up and continue on our journey and to see who is the better mixologist. Is it the mage or the demon? Only time will tell. So we have everything we need on the table here. Up here are our drink cards. We have our hurricanes, highballs, old fashions, and martinis, yums. When we finish a drink, here's our tips. If we spill a drink, there's our spills. We have our 3 lemons each round. The first person to fulfill all their orders will put their lemons up here, and that's the indication of the rounds. After the 3rd round is over, everybody will count up their points, and that will be the end of the game. Here are our jigger cups, and then jigger cups we're going to put in our marbles. Here is our on the rocks. Down here, the premium marbles will go. If I pull a premium marble, which is a gold marble, out of the marble bag, then I'll be able to trade it in for 2 of my choice. If I pull a smoky or a black marble, that is a spill, and then I would have to take a spill card, of course. And if I pick a clear one, that is a wild. Now the problem with, not a problem, the wild one, which is clear, is also subject to spills. So if you have a yellow and a white and a clear one, or a wild one, for a spill, or yellow, then it gets removed as well. So it's not safe always to put a wild down. Wilds can go up in your little holding area up here. You can carry over 3 marbles from turn to turn, but at the end of the turn, the marbles up here go back in the bag. You have a little holding area here that's in recess so that when you pull your marbles, you have somewhere to go and they don't roll around as you're trying to decide where they go. And that is what we're going to do. Next step, what we do is basically go into our marble bag, and we're going to seed our marbles. And each cup gets 3 marbles. Ah. I hope nothing rolls on the floor. And that's how that looks right now. Then what happens, and you can see we have our rule book and our handy reference card should we need it. We'll just put them off to the side for now. Then each player can decide whether or not they want 3 or 4 different drinks. But being early on, I think both of them really would like to go with 4, and they just go like this. So what we have here is a banana daiquiri, and he's going to grab a Bloody Mary. Who doesn't like a Bloody Mary, especially in the morning? I could use one. It's been quite a week. And we have what? Oh, a Spring Blossom. Now, what I really would have liked to have seen is the recipes on the cards. That would have been very cool. And then Pina Colada. Oh, I just put the same one again. It's a martini I wanted. And it's a Pink Lady. So the Wizard's going to start off with quite a number of hard $6 and $5 drinks. The Devil, or the Demon I should say, he's going to start with a Hurricane. And that's another Pina Colada. So he's got a pretty challenging card. Oh, a Madras. Never had one of those. He's got 2 $7 ones, so that's going to be a little more difficult. We have an old-fashioned whiskey sour. And I think that's what made this game complete, really, and that's a Rob Roy right there. Now, to be fair, the Wizard says we must roll the dice to see who goes first. The Wizard rolls a 7. The Demon rolls an 11, so the Demon is going to go first. So we are set up and ready to go. And this game is very, very simple. So there is the player guide. And the first thing is the tip phase. Since we don't have any tips as at this time, we're going to skip that phase. So same with complaints. We haven't had any complaints yet. Thank goodness. Now we're going to roll the dice. So what happens is our demon here is going to roll our dice. He rolls 9. So he's going to go into the bag and roll. Pick out 9 dice. So we are going to pick 9 dice, or 9 marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 2 more. We're going to shake them around. And what we're going to do is just drop them. Now, we could take a strategic view of this. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we just start with the cup and we just go right around. Now, the next phase is we're going to mix. We're going to draft and then we're going to mix. So drafting is simple as just, I'm going to empty a cup or a jigger onto my board. So you might have heard a little whining behind. And behind my door, which is directly behind me, there are 2 4-week-old puppies that we are fostering for the SPCA here in the NWT. And they came to me at 3 weeks old. And last night was the first night they actually went through the entire night. Yay! Yay! So it's been a pretty sleepless week for me, and it's been actually really hard to actually even get to playing the games, actually. And we'll just adjust these up a little bit here so you can see that this is not a normal setup because of my space restrictions. I'm trying to get as much into the camera as I can. So now we have to decide. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to pick up a drink. We have a couple of black marbles here. These these are the spill marbles. The smoke marbles are the spill marbles. There is a premium marble here, but there's also a smoke marble. But he likes this cup here. So what he's going to do is pick up this cup, and we're going to basically put it on the right there. And then we've drafted, we are on the mix phase. And that says, starting with the empty bowl, so we've mixed it, we're going to select and place. Select one bowl, place ingredients onto your player board to match recipe cards. Save remaining ingredients. So we're going to match recipe cards. So we have 2 yellows on our old fashioned, right there. We have a yellow on our martini, and we have a yellow on our highball. We also have a green on our highball. And that is as easy as the game gets. Now, next up, the wizard. Where roll his dice. He gets 3. So he's just going to pull 3 dice out. And now you have to start with the empty cup and just go 1, 2, and 3. Well, this one is appealing. It's got lots of red. So he's going to take this one. And he's going to go 2 here. He's got a green here. He's got a white there. A blue here. Whoops. So not every not every drink actually fills every space. As you can see in the highball, there's only 6 spaces and a yellow. So he is almost there for one of his drinks. That's the turn. As quick as it is. So this game would be a very great little filler game. You just roll the dice. He gets another 9. Wow. There's a lot of dice on the table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6. Seven, 8, 9. You're going to shake them up and just go 1. Whoops. I'll do it again. We're going to shake them up and go 1, 2, 3, 9. There we are. Now he has to decide. This is looking very good despite this spill. So he's going to take his cup. He also has a premium in there as well. So the first thing he's going to do is there 2 spills here? Yeah, there's 2 spills. So he's going to take the 2 spills and put them here. Now that means he's going to have to take 2 spill cards. There's a bit of a risk here. Remove all blue marbles. No risk for him there. And it says remove any 2 ingredients from the martini glass. Well, there's only 1, so that'll go back in the bag. Certainly worth the risk there. So once these fill up, they all go back into the bag. Now he has a gold. So let's place all these ones and see what we get here first. So can he finish? So he's got 2 greens, which is nice. Whoops. We'll just put that here the way you're supposed to. Now you can see this is also a dexterity game, at least for me anyway. How to pick up marbles and look professional about it. Okay, 2 greens, 2 whites, doesn't have any reds. He's got a blue. He only needs 2 reds, which is good. Yellow, yellow, and a yellow in his martini glass. Oops. And now, at this point, he can put that here. And what he does is he comes over here and says, I can go into the bag and select 2. So he goes into the bag, pulls out 2 of the red marbles. And that is that. What happens is we turn this over, and he has his first drink. I can tell you the wizard is pretty nervous. I can see him shaking. See, he's shaking. At this point in time, the demon probably be speaking some sort of smack talk. Okay, we have a 6. So, starting with the empty cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Doesn't need a lot of white. In fact, it only needs 1 white, and he's already got it. He only needs 1 green. So actually what he's going to do is actually take this one. So he's got the red, not the red. Again, there you go. He's going to put his red here. He's going to put this premium here. And he's going to go into the bag and get a green, which finishes his highball. And a blue. There we go. So we have 1 each. You can see how quickly this game goes. We have 11 marbles going in. Wow, the devil is like, whoo-hoo. He has been very lucky. 1. So he's got to go, he's taking the big one. Even though, again, we have 2 smokes. And he has been very unlucky with that. So he's going to have to take 2 more spills. Oh, we actually would do the resolve phase. We have to complete the turn first. So I little made a mistake. So one of the things we have to do first is do the spills. Not so bad when you consider we were early in the game, but I did it slightly out of order. The spill phase comes last. But he's still taking this. And he is going to put 2 blues here. He's got 3 reds here. 1, 2, 3. Blue and a white. So we need one more here. We don't have, we have a white here. 2 white here. And a green, which he can't use. So the green, normally he could put it up here, but there's no reason to. He's going to put it up there. Now he has to take his spill card. Remove any 2 ingredients from the hurricane. Well, he's already finished his hurricane again, so that doesn't affect him any. He did not finish a drink through his close. The wizard rolls. He rolls a 6. And once the drinks are done, something I should have done was actually put the marbles back in. Yeah. So I didn't do that either. So we should have put the marbles back in now. Normally we put them to the side. I'm just going to put them there to indicate that we have finished those drinks. 4, 5, 6. And again, oh my gosh. So half the fun of this is the dexterity game. Oh, and what we should have done, when there's a full 4 here, let's take these off. They get mixed back into the bag. We'll take our 6 marbles. 1. So it said dexterity game. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Okay, so he is going to take this one with the spill, though. He's going to take a risk here. And the first thing he's going to do is put a red out, which he's got. He's got a red over here. 2 greens. We got a green here, a green there. Yellow. Blue. We don't need any more whites. And we have another blue, which we don't need. So he has no reason to keep them. He'll put them back in the bag. Now, if we follow along like we should, we've resolved premium marbles. We didn't get any premium marbles. Spill mark, complete a recipe. Oh, and I should have gotten tips. So again, when I finished that hurricane, I would have taken a tip card, and if I finished the highball, I would have taken a one. Now I'm going to play from the wizard's perspective. There's a keep. Select one ingredient of your choice from the shaker bag. So you can either keep this or save it to the end of the game for the $2. And we won't show you what the devil got. But he has finished another drink. So these marbles will come back onto the... Oh my gosh. These 2 marbles will come back. We have finished the next drink. And he looks at the demon and goes, nah, 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 nah. And he gets another tip. The devil goes down to Georgia because he was looking for a drink to make. He rolls the dice. Only 4 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a clear here with 2 whites. Doesn't really help. But that is a wild card. If he wants that, he could finish this drink for sure. But he doesn't need the whites. But he does need no greens, really. He's got a blue and a red, which he doesn't... Oh, yeah, he does. So he's taking this cup jigger. Let's play that properly so you can see it. He's going to take the blue and the red. The 3 whites are not needed at all, so they're just going to go back into the bag. We are going to, at this point then, say this is complete. We'll just turn this up so that we look, the marbles will go back. And the devil himself has done very well. 4. 1, as we go back to the wizard, 3 and 4, he's going to take this one because he's got quite a number of things to do here, especially with greens. So he's got 2 greens. He needs lots of yellows. Now he did pull a smoke, so there's always a risk when you spill a little bit of your drink. But he does not need the whites, and he needs a green, but he does not need this other blue, unfortunately. So as you can see, it gets a little harder each turn. Now he does have to pull a spill card. It says, remove any 2 ingredients from the highball glass. Well, there's nothing in the highball glass, so he didn't really spill anything. The devil goes. And the devil looks like he's very, very close. He needs another blue and a red. And it's got the crystal there and a blue there. So he's going to go here. Rolls a 7. So let's go 7. Starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that looks appetizing, but anyway, I think despite everything, I think this is his best choice because he needs a blue. He needs a blue and a red, and just a blue here. So actually, a blue and a red and a blue. I think for right now, I think this is his best choice. So he takes his 3 blues. He doesn't. That means he doesn't take the spill. He's going to put his blue here and a blue here. Okay, so he didn't spill anything, didn't use this one. He has now completed his highball. And that is that. Now you can see he only needs the martini. He rolls the dice. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs 2 yellows. 3 yellows, actually. I think despite having a smoke here, or is this a blue? Nope, the smoke. He's going to put the smoke here. He's going to take a chance. And he's going to go put these here. Because he's got the premium, okay, so he's going to put that here. They're going to go back in. The first thing you do is going to place these. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need the red. He does need another yellow. He's going to place these 2 back in the bag. Now he can take any 2 that he wants. And he says, I'm taking 2 yellows. 1, 2. He's going to take a yellow there and a yellow there. Well, oh, he's picked out a wild card, which is fine. Well, actually, he doesn't need a wild card. You can't pick the wild card. Sorry. There we are. We picked out 2 yellows. He has now completed his 3rd drink. All the premium marbles go back because as you fill up the coasters on the premium or the smoke, they go back in. Now it is down to the devil. And the devil only needs a red. There's a red sitting right there. There's the 12. He gets to put 12 marbles in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And he only needs a red. There's the red right there. He takes this cup here. There we are. He puts the red here. He doesn't need to keep these ingredients. They'll go back in. He is finished. And because it's the end of the round and he went first, he can have one more turn. And he needs to pull a yellow, but first he rolls the dice, and there's yellows here. Unless he spills 12. 1. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jeez. Well, the easiest one for him is that he needs to grab a yellow, and he doesn't want a really high risk. So he's going to take everything out of this particular jigger. He only needs the yellow to finish off his drink. The rest's going to go back. He clears this off, and he too ends the round. So it is really just a race. So we had one more round. Both of them would get, they should each have a tip card, 4 tip cards. Apparently I failed to pick up tip cards. There we are. There are 4 tip cards. Now, nobody used the tip cards through the game, which is fine. You can see I did not cover that up or return the marbles. Just to explain a little bit, I have had most sleepless nights this week again for the puppies. Last night was the first time I actually had a full 7 hours of sleep, and therefore had a full night's sleep, and I'm still a little bit tipsy. Basically, at the end of the round, what we're going to do is pull up our cards, and we have 6. 6 is 18 plus 5 is 23. And then we'd add up our tips, and we have another 23 plus 11 is 34. Our devil has 6, 7, 6, and 7. 14 plus 12 is 26. 26 is 30, 36. So you see the devil won the first round, clearly won the first round, and that is the end of the game. So, or end of the round, I should say. So I was consulting the rules. So we're pretty close to what we should have done. So what would have happened is, during his turn, he would have put his lemon marker here, completed his drink, and then selected 4 new drinks. And then on the next turn, he would have done the same. He put his lemon marker here, completed a round, so he's completed making his drinks, and then he would have taken 4 new drinks. So really, it's the first one to complete 3 full rounds of the game, which in other words means I have to make 3 rounds of drinks, and you do not have to worry about finishing a round completely for each person. Each person will complete the round as they complete it and put a lemon there. You can see though how close that was, but that is how the rules play. Now a couple of things here. So let's go back to the final thoughts, and I'll point out a couple of my mistakes again. But basically, the end of the game is triggered when all 3 lemons are up here. In other words, you've completed basically somewhere between 9 and 12 drinks. You can pick between 3 and 4 drinks. So if we got down and I had a 4 and he had a 4 and we were close, I might want to go with 3 to see if I can fix them, get them faster than somebody else. You could probably play this less random. Try to keep, here's put smoke markers where there's a lot of smoke markers. Maybe, making people spill drinks. There's a little bit maybe of take that. We didn't, of course, see all the tip cards either. But that is how a round plays. So I got it slightly wrong there at the end, but that is how a round plays. But we would just continue on until we complete 3 rounds here. Final thoughts. So anyway, final thoughts. All in all, it's kind of a fun game. There is a solo mode. I did not. I just played from the demon and the wizard's perspective. Trying to give you a general idea of how this game plays, but basically it is a kind of reminiscent of Azul with sort of the rondel and adding, and then other games where you add resources to things. You're not really manipulating them, so you're starting off and then you take them all, and then you put the ones in the center for the spill. At the end of the game, if I had any negative at the end of the game, any uncompleted, I would have taken -2 points. But we were only one round in, just to show the rules. All in all, the quality of the components are really, really good. The cards, despite me sleeving them, because as you know I'm a compulsive sleever, and something I didn't mention was there is a $3 bonus chip that the person who wins all 3 rounds would get. So there is that at the end, and you saw it was 36-34. So we could have a very, very close game, and that could have been the tipping point. So we have great silicone cups. The marbles are marbles. The cards are really good feel. The boards are nice and thick. Everything is recessed really nicely. Component-wise, it's great. It plays fast. And I assume if there was 4 people and nobody got stuck in AP going, which bowl should I take, and spend 20 minutes deciding on which bowl they'll take, the game goes rather quickly. So it's an enjoyable, quick game. I think it's a good filler. I think it's a good party game, perhaps, something to pull out when you got a bunch of non-gamer friends, because it's easy to understand, very quick to play, and there's not a lot of strategy here. You're just going to pull, and then it's really just a race to who finishes their drinks first. So all in all, I would say if you're looking for a quick, light game, a good fun game, a beer and pretzel type game where you can have some drinks, that would be great. The one thing I would have liked to have seen, perhaps, and maybe it did come with the Kickstarter version, is a booklet on the drinks that are in here. So I would have loved to have been able to go, oh, Bloody Mary, how do I make a Bloody Mary? Now, everybody knows how to make a Bloody Mary, but have you ever seen some of the weird concoctions that I've seen on Bloody Marys? Bacon and olives and celery and shrimp and grilled cheese sandwiches. Actually sounds good. So, but all in all, this game could be a good one for if you are looking to add a filler to your collection. It wasn't very expensive. I think it was $57. I think the value was in the box. If you're looking to add that just for the filler, it is not going to. I don't know if it's going to hold its value at 50 cents if you buy it and you resell it. I think you could probably get pretty close to it because the components are good. Solid game, but I don't know if you're going to get more for it. So if you're trying to scalp it on eBay, I'm not looking for it paying $60 or $70 for this, but I might pay $45 to $55. However, shipping is a factor for me, and I could buy this for $55 new or $57 new from 401 Games. Tack on a few games, and its shipping is only free. It's free, and even if it's not free, it's $8.95. So I'm paying $60. So why would I go to an eBay seller who's going to sell it to me for $45 and then tack me on for $30 shipping, which is what they do on eBay. eBay is the worst place to buy games unless you're desperate and you're a collector and you really, really want something, because I was looking at Call of Cthulhu for a base game, and they run $50 for a core game, which is pretty good. Except on eBay it was running, I think, $85. I think I saw a copy for $125 and shipping between $40 and $70. I picked mine up used from Noble Knights for $50. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So it made it worthwhile to pay the expensive $40-50 shipping, because it's a collector's item too. But at the end of the day, I'm not paying some guy for one game and pay $70 to ship a $50 game. But I understand that there's a model there that's going on. Anyway, that is it for me. I was rambling on. This is On the Rocks. This is a good game. I recommend buying it. One thing I should mention in this game, setup was about 4 minutes and teardown is about 5 minutes. So you don't often find games that tear down and set up that quickly. So that is another plus for this game, is just the speed at which you can get this to the table, start playing, and pull it down. So if you're only into a bar and you want to have a drink and you want to pull out a game, this is a great game to go into a board game cafe and just have a couple drinks and play this game. It gets 2 fingers up. No, actually in England that would not be good. Let's give it 2 thumbs up, not 2 fingers up. Sorry for anybody who just got flipped off, but oh well, it's 5:30 in the morning, dudes. Give me a break. See you next time.